Hello guys, welcome to my channel. AlphaNine here, and today we received the patch 1.000.200. This patch includes the following: balance changes to missions and stratagems, weapons, enemies, and Helldivers, general fixes and stability improvements, increased level cap. For the gameplay, planetary hazards additions like blizzards and sandstorms. Increase the level cap. Level cap has been increased from 50 to 150. I hope they make it worth it, because without new stuff, level is nothing. When it comes to balancing missions, the retrieve essential personal missions received the following: moved the enemy spawn points further away from the objectives to give players a fairer chance of defending the location. There are fewer civilians required to complete the missions on higher difficulties. And I just want to talk about this mission, especially in a planet like Hellmire, where those civilians die from natural disasters or natural causes, and they just reduce our XP. Basically, we cannot prevent the death of those people, so Arrowhead should be thinking about this. When it comes to destroy command bunkers, now has more objective locations. The mission was too easy before compared to the other missions. It can now appear in operations from difficulty 5. Have the negative effect of operation modifiers that increase stratagems, cooldowns, or call-in times. Now for the primary secondary support weapons, Arc Thrower fixed charging inconsistencies. It will now always take 1 second to charge a shot. Reduce distance from 50 to 35 meters. Nerfed. Increased stagger force. Now for the guard dog, now restores full ammo from supply boxes. Anti-material rifle, which is the support sniper rifle, damage increased by 30%. This is crazy. For the breaker incendiary, damage per bullet increased from 15 per bullet to 20 per bullet. Fire damage per tick increased by 50% from all sources. Liberator penetrator now has a full auto mode. Dominator increased damage from 200 to 300 and increased stagger. For the diligence counter sniper, increased armor penetration from light to medium. For the slugger, reduced stagger, reduced damage from 280 to 250, and reduced demolition force. Also fixed armor penetration tag in the menu. Now for the slugger, liberator, concussive, and senator, fixed incorrect armor penetration tags in the menu. For the recoil rifle, increase the number of rockets you can restore from supply boxes from 2 to 3. The spear is the same. Reduce the number of missiles you can restore from 1 to 2. For the heavy machine gun, the highest fire rate reduced from 1200 to 950. And I think this makes sense, because at 1200 you will lose lots of ammo so fast. For the stratagems, the mech rockets will now penetrate armor only on direct hit. Now for the enemies, balancing adjustments have been made to the following: chargers normal melee attack now does less damage against mech. Bile spears and nursing spears do less damage with their poke. The Bile Titan can no longer be stunned, so say goodbye to the stun grenade. Yeah. For the Shriekers, no longer create bug breaches, and also hitting you while they are dead now does significantly less damage, so you're not supposed to die. For the Helldivers, balancing adjustments has been made to heavy and medium armor protects better now, and you take less 10% less damage than before while wearing the heavy, and 5% while wearing the medium. Fortified commando and light armor is unchanged. For the fixes, fixed issue where save settings for PlayStation would be reset when the game is rebooted, causing things such as loadout and hints settings to reset. Enemies now properly target mech. Previously, many enemies effectively ignored mech if a Helldiver on foot was available for them to target, so basically your mech is the priority now. Fix the mech being able to fire their weapons while opening the minimap. The Helldivers and the mech both had a bug that made them sometimes take explosion damage multiple times, making things like automatons rockets be so deadly. This is now fixed. Automatons, enemies, constellations that preferred to spawn more of certain devastator types did not work and now functioning as they should. This means sometimes when playing against the automatons you will face more devastator instead of other enemy types. What else we have here? We also have improved the system that prevents hellpod steering close to large or important objects. We have solved issue where the effective area around objectives was a lot larger than intended. We have reduced the number of objectives that prevents hellpod steering. Yeah, I think all of us went through this. Note, the system is intended to prevent soft locks where players can drop on important interaction points or drop into unintended places. I hope not cliffs, because sometimes it's useful to just drop on a cliff. We will continue to monitor the stat of the system after the update to see if additional tweaks are necessary. Fixed cases where the ground under some assets could be bombed, causing them to float. Now when it comes to the ballistic shield changes, collision mesh has been slightly increased in size for more forgiveness. Changed shield poses so that less of a Helldiver is exposed. Addressed bugs where parts of the Helldivers would become vulnerable while using the shield in the first person. For the known issues, these are issues that were either introduced by this patch and are being worked on, or from previous patches. Game might crash when picking up a snowball or throwing back a grenade. Now another issues here, cross-platform friends invites might not show up in the friend request tab. Players cannot unfriend other players befriended via friend code. Players cannot unblock players that were not in their friend list beforehand. Now these are more various issues that fixed. Cross-platform friends invite might not show up in the friend request tab. Players cannot unfriend other players befriended via friend code. Players cannot unblock players that were not in their friends list beforehand. Players cannot befriend players via Steam name shorter than 3 characters. Explosive weapons that include only direct hit damage but not explosive damage. Explosions do not break your limb, except for when you fly into a rock. Planet liberation reach 100% at the end of every defend mission. Drawing in deep water with a vitality booster equipped puts Helldiver in a broken stat. Yeah, you will just be stuck there. Stratagem's beam might attach itself to an enemy, but it will deploy to its original location. Some players' customizations like title or body type may reset after restarting the game. So this is basically it. It's a good news. I'm happy with the level cap, and I hope they added something with it. And also I'm happy with the Dominator that they increased the damage. Also for my anti-material rifle, damage increased by 30%. I use this rifle a lot. I love it. You should try it out, guys. It's really worth it. So this is it, guys, for today's video. I hope you enjoy it. A small fast news for Helldivers. So please subscribe, like the video. If you have any comment, any tip, leave it below. Until next time, stay safe, keep diving. We'll see you the next one. Peace.